up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani, and this is Reggie Steele.
And welcome to Spitballin. Yes, we are back. We are back.
Reggie's very happy. We tried a different platform, and we couldn't blur his background because we were using the free version, and Reggie hated it, and it made him so uncomfortable. And now he's so happy that his bookcase is blurred.
Yeah.
You can't see his Wolf's book now.
You can't see my reading materials.
You couldn't see it anyway.
You can't see my
reading I don't know, man. We tried that, the Riverside, and I don't know, Reg. It seemed like it crashed, and I haven't seen the recording that it's supposed to record. So good thing we didn't do the whole time on that. Yeah. But I don't know, man. See, like right now, why can't we just have it like this? Look how perfect it is vertical right now. You know what I mean? I don't know why
vertical. It's not vertical for me. It's horizontal.
Oh, it's vertical for me.
I think we can change the view. Let me see. Let me change the view. Gallery, speaker.
Yeah, I don't understand this. How to, you can't save it in that form.
Yeah. So Sal wants to change the layout of it visually because he thinks that we get more attention if it's vertical versus horizontal.
Behind the times, Reg. We're the Facebook of
we're the dinosaurs of the podcast world.
Right. Even though like just listening is what it's made for.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, but this was nice when Zoom saves it. They sent me a video clip and an audio clip. So that's easy that I'll do it.
So are we doing an unofficial review of Riverside FM?
Yeah, I just reviewed it, and so far, so doo-doo. I mean, he didn't save anything. And like what I wanted to share, so we started talking about TikTok, and I wanted to share a video, which I love doing on here, and sound, and I know how to do all that. And then I went to do it on there, and everything kind of stopped, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it crashed on them. So we were talking about TikTok. Just out the gate. I don't have TikTok. Sal's on TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I know Facebook is becoming antiquated. At least the young people don't use Facebook. Only the older people, right?
Yeah.
And then Instagram is still whatever it is, but I feel like everyone's kind of, sashaying over to TikTok, to the tickety-tocky.
I don't know. It seems more like the younger folk, but anyone can get into it. And you're right, it definitely like sucks you in. But it's funny. So like,
but that's
then I put some videos up on the YouTube. You do YouTube Shorts, and put little clips, and then they show you how long people watch a video.
Really?
Oh yeah, and the average person for almost everyone, no matter what, it's 16 seconds.
Shut up.
Yeah,
you got 16 seconds.
Span is just. That's why on TikTok now there's a lot of videos where somebody will be talking on the top, but on the bottom they'll be showing like Play-Doh getting smashed into a machine or something, just so you could have two things watching so you don't get bored.
Dude, that is so sad.
It's the new Gen.
It's
Gen Z, baby.
I got 16 seconds to get your attention. And in order to keep your attention for 17 seconds, I got to show something being destroyed, right? I got to show something.
Or sometimes they'll show like a video game, like like a Fortnite guy running or some shit when they show it's absurd, man. And then sometimes like I just want to shut it off. It's too much noise. It's just like, shut up.
Dude, it's nonstop. It's just, it's a thing. Think about that. So think about that. You're talking about in 16-second increments. So it's 16 seconds somebody's watching, and then they do their thumb, boom, they're on to the next video for 16 seconds, boom, on to the next video for 16 seconds, boom. Like it's content overload. It's nonstop.
Yeah, and it's not even about like good content. It's about whatever I could grasp the attention the longest because I want the most likes.
Right.
So
then I can get advertisement dollars, and so it's not even about it really being beneficial.
And there's so many of the videos now say wait till the end, which I fucking hate reading. Like, don't tell me what to fucking do. I'll watch as whatever I want. And then but they're just doing that to make you try and stay long. You're right. It's all
Yeah.
just so much consumption. It's gross,
It's
dude. It's nothing.
consumerism, it's capitalism,
Everyone,
right?
it's that 15 minutes of fame, but it's 15 seconds of fame everyone
Yeah.
wants now. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, I've been saying that too at the end. I didn't realize that was the motivation behind it. Watch till the end to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, and I have to admit, for a couple of things, I go, all right, cool. All right. And I sit there and watch the whole thing. There's this guy that I watch who lives in Texas named SB Mowing, right? It's SB Mowing. And this dude legitimately drives around neighborhoods and find like abandoned or empty homes where the yards haven't been cut for a long time. And they're kind of an eyesore for the neighborhood. He will go to this house, he'll check with the neighbor and say, hey, is anyone living in this home? Because I realize I see the grass hasn't been cut or the hedges hasn't been trimmed or whatever. And they go, yeah, someone used to live there, but they died so many years ago and no one comes by and takes care of it. And then he literally sets up a camera and he puts it on high speed and you watch him cut other people's grass for free. He cuts it
Wow.
and he lines it up and he cleans. And it say watch to the end to see the transformation. Now I will watch that video to the end as a homeowner, right? And who's in a neighborhood that has some empty homes and seeing houses that exist like that. I know what kind of impact that has on the community. When places aren't taken care of, then it's almost like it becomes a place for people to also disparage the rest of the community. But when the
Right.
yards are cut and people are taking care of things, then people take more pride and more respect in their community. So I watch this video to the end, and then I'm like happy, like impressed, like dang. And this dude is working hard, bro. Like
Well, yeah, that's a lot to go to for one. He's putting out something good there.
yeah, he put out something good, and then the people at the end are like, "Oh, thank you so much for this whole thing or whatever." Um, dude, it's amazing. I'm like, I wish that the other part of it is, I really look at it now like I'm seeing so many homes that have been abandoned and left that I'm like, yo, if I had the money, bro, I would legitimately go out and buy up all these houses and remodel and you know, renovate and do the whole thing and then rent those homes out. Right? Because it's like there are places for people to live that are actually pretty cool, right?
Right.
Like you got to put some money into it, but I'm like, yo, let's get it popping. I look
I
at that
was
spot and I'm like,
walking. It's funny. There's this spot near where I work at the bar, and like behind it, it's like a part piece of land, and there's nothing there yet. They haven't built anything up on it,
it's an
but
empty
there's like
lot.
but there's wooden platforms all around it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because it's like a dirt, it's not concrete. But then like there's a little opening in it, and I was walking by it, and then you see in there, there's like a couple homeless people in there and a mattress, and you're like, oh, the hell! I'm like,
That's what
oh,
I'm
let's
saying,
keep on
man.
walking. And then
Those
yeah, and then
places,
there's
they
another
become,
park not far from me, and it's all over it's like multiple tents. Like there was a fenced in area, and then the homeless people got it open, and now there's like 8 tents in there.
oh, see, there you go. See, I think those abandoned homes and, homes that have been left empty, uh, they become rest havens for, vagabonds and hobos, right? When the last time you heard hobo? Shout out to
You gotta
Emily
bring
Heller.
you gotta
Shout
bring
out
it
to Emily
back.
Heller, who used to use the word hobo in one of her jokes that I thought was one of my favorite jokes. Emily Heller, writer who was a writer on the show Barry. I forget what platform that was on, but I know it won a lot of Emmys. But that was one of the
Bill
ones that
Hader. Ali
huh?
Wong's new man. Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. Yeah, he was. I know he was the lead on that show. He was the
All right.
serial killer, whatever.
So we're talking about TikTok. And so I want to know like what you think about is comedy dead, Reg? Because all right, so I did some shows
Hold up.
in
Real quick, Marcella
Ohio.
Arguello has a thing on Instagram now where she's like comedy is dead. She gets up and talks about comedy is dead, like little
I can't
videos.
blame her.
Yeah.
So you should get
Is
her on the
comedy dead?
podcast, Reg. Throw
Huh?
throw both either one of those. Get them on the pod.
Marcella or Ali
Yeah,
Wong?
boy, yeah, get Marcella. Yeah,
I
get
can get
Allie
I
Wong. I
think I can
like to
get
see get
Marcella for
Allie.
sure. Marcella
You
is
ain't get Allie.
yeah, Marcella is cool. Ali stopped returning my phone calls. So, but I get it. She's dating Bill Hader now, so she's huge. She got no time for us and
You
our
never
little
talked to
mom.
her, did you?
Allie, when Allie started headlining, uh, her first headlining week at Rooster T. Feathers, she requested that I feature for her. Like I work with her.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Yeah, so Allie and I had always been cool. We weren't best of friends at all.
You got a number?
I have the number that I feel
Used
like
to have.
the number that I have is the number I used to have. I'm sure that number is probably not valid
So give
anymore.
her a call right now. Let's see what happens.
What are we, Shock Jock Radio? What is this? Hot
FaceTime.
97? Call them right now. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here, Ali Wong. This is Reggie Steele. I'm here with Sal Kalani on Spitballin Podcast. Just want to see if your number is still accurate. Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
Exactly. I want to know. The people want to know.
I can shoot her a text and see if
So-
she responds.
There you go. Say, hey, we're podcasting. Reggie, you can't stop talking about you.
No, that would be you. But no, Allie's huge, man. She's next
Yeah,
level.
I've just finished her show Beef. Did you see Beef?
I did see Beef. She
It
won
was good.
she won something for Emmy. She won an Emmy for Beef, I
She
think.
won an Emmy, man.
Yeah, she won
She
an
won
Emmy
an
for
Emmy.
Beef.
She was good in it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So TikTok is comedy
So
dead.
I was in Ohio and I was doing shows, and then that Sunday they had a different headliner. They're going to do 2 shows that night. He already sold it out in 24 hours or 48 hours, right?
Okay.
And there's a guy who went viral on the TikTok, and so here we're going to play you it.
TikTok.
It's called That One Mailman.
So this guy right here.
Yeah, let's see. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see him. You got gold teeth? Okay. Mr. Mailman, you need to go to the gym and build up your muscles so you can carry my order.
You hearing them?
I can't hear it at all.
Oh,
73
fuck.
items from one
Hold on.
goddamn store. I'm Temu. So what is he? He delivers packages for people or something? What's his deal?
Yeah, dude. He's a mailman.
He records himself.
Yeah, here you'll see. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Hey, you think y'all could like chill out on the Temu website like a little bit? Just a little bit for me. I'm tired of this Temu shit. Y'all killing me. Every day is Temu, Temu, Temu. I'm Temu tired, alright? Damn, they put all 17 items you just ordered in one big ass bag. Shit be awkward, heavy than a motherfucker. Then if you ain't home, where I'm supposed to hide this bright ass orange bag with all 29 items you just ordered, huh? Where I'm gonna hide that? Cause then when it gets stolen, you gonna be coming at me, hey Mr. Mailman, where my Temu bag with all 47 items I just ordered? I don't fucking know. Somebody done stole it. You shouldn't be ordering from them, no way. Fucking 53 items from one goddamn store. Goddamn. Can y'all just chill out a little bit, please? I love y'all.
He's been killing you,
I don't know
Reg.
about y'all, but I
funny.
sure could use another stimulus check. Shit, this motherfucking government keep wanting to talk about aliens. Don't nobody give a fuck about no aliens. Not when rent's fucking expensive as it is. Gas high in the motherfucker. Groceries just, they done acting the fuck out of crazy with the groceries. I can't even buy the good cereal or nothing no more.
It don't bother you how the hell he talks.
No, I can't understand that shit. He's definitely down south.
Shit ain't cool, man.
He's not. He's in
Y'all
Ohio.
ever had to wake your
Okay, he's
kids
somewhere in
up
the
morning
Midwest. He
talking about,
definitely
hey,
somewhere
y'all
where
want
it's
a bowl
poor.
of chocolate balls?
Gold teeth.
I don't know, man. So
with the gold fronts.
that's,
Hey man, he had the sleeves cut off his mailman shirt, dog.
So it's funny. I know a mailman in that area now.
Okay.
And my buddy Stefani. Oh, he listened to last week's podcast. He liked us complimenting his food. He's like, "What's Reggie need? Fucking eat everything off of like porcelain? What's going on over there?" Because you and your paper
Wait, you
plates.
froze for a second. What'd you say?
He's like, "What's
what?
Reggie? Reggie needs to eat everything off of porcelain."
No, I just don't need to eat food off of styrofoam.
Yeah,
So
well,
I thought they banned. Didn't they ban styrofoam?
Well,
Styrofoam's been banned.
Not everywhere. Not everywhere.
Exactly. So I'm just saying I don't want to eat off banned items. That's all. All right. So check it out, man. This whole thing. This is the thing about these ring lights, mobile phones, microphones, right? And ability to record. Any and everybody who got a device is now a personality, right? Like is a thing. Like before to have your video played and to be watched, you actually had to go somewhere and do a thing. There was a lighting person and a director and a producer and a writer, and you had to have a real talent and a skill. Nah, not no more. Now you just got to be, put on your gold fronts and talk Timu, right? Hey, the dude made me laugh. Now, when I go see him live, there's nothing about his little video that makes me, as a former, not a former, but as a comedian or a performer, period, there's nothing about him recording himself with his phone that says, oh, this is going to be a great live show.
But it doesn't matter. Numbers, dude, because there's that many people following them
Well,
that
that's what I'm
it
saying.
sells out regardless.
For the average person on the street, they don't know what's involved, right?
Right,
All
right.
they know is they say, "Oh, this guy's funny. He makes me laugh because he talks about whatever." But to sustain that personality for 45 to 60 minutes on stage, like those, like you said, it's a 16-minute clip that you got to be funny. His was 51, right?
Seconds, yeah.
It's like 51. I'm sorry, 16 seconds to 51 seconds. That's completely different than 45 to
Well,
60
and so
minutes.
to be fair, then, so the club was telling me what they had is a bunch of comics were lined up for the show too, and he was going to be like the host, which is smart. That's the way you got to do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it then. Because like
But I
Craig,
will
who was it?
say,
Craig Kilborn? Oh, good. When he
well, I was
went on
going to
tour,
say,
oh, good.
oh, he
Good.
did do a
Remember Craig?
stand-up?
Yeah, Craig Kilborn went on stage because he was the host of whatever show that people loved, right? For a while.
Yeah,
Remember back in the day?
the ESPN. Oh, and then he did the one that before Craig Ferguson did it.
Yeah, exactly. So he was
Yeah.
the host of the show, so he decided to go on tour. He was smart. They had him host the show, welcome everybody. So everybody got to see the dude that they came to see first. He did what was considered like a monologue, right? And then for 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, and then the rest of the show was legitimate comedians that he brought up in between. And he
Were
had
you one of them? You were on that?
Nah, I never was on that. I was never
Oh,
on that.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
But then, see, I will say this. So then, we're going to a lot of these clubs with Tim, and then like the managers will sometimes talk with me, and some managers told me like, at all the lot spots, yeah, man, because the viral folk will pack the club, so they'll have them, and they'll say, they'll come in and they'll pack it, you like, but they don't come back the second time around.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's no, because the thrill is gone. You've seen it, right? It's like there's nothing to it. The guy, it's not anybody who goes to a real comedy show and sees a seasoned comic, a guy who's been working and who knows who's done the thing, right? Who's written and done just who has a great show. If you've seen that and then you go see one of these little viral people, and no offense to them, they haven't done the legwork, bro, right? Like they haven't put in the time. They don't have they
And
became
it's a
famous.
different, and that's what I hate. It's a different platform. It's a different art. Like if you want to go and headline like virtual comedy clubs, go ahead. That's your strength. That's your game. But when you
Right.
come into the live world,
It's a
it's
different
not the
beast.
same, bro. And
But
it's almost insulting that you take away that from an actual artist. But
well, that's where capitalism comes in. You got to blame that on the managers. They want to fill
right,
those seats. Like he said, they'll
right.
bring him in.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yeah, because the manager's like, yo, I got to pay this rent,
right.
right? And I got to pay this staff. So yeah, I don't know if comedy's dead. I think if anything, these moments reinforce that comedy is what comedy really is, right? Like people, they watch a video and they think it's funny. Yeah, but that ain't necessarily comedy in my regard, in my sense. Like
Right,
for me,
right.
right? I feel like that's comedic. That's like, he's funny, but he's not a comedian,
Right,
right?
right.
So this art form, man, I swear, they love to be disrespectful. Comedy, stand-up comedy is one of the hardest art forms. It is. It's one of the hardest art forms, and they love to be. People feel like they can do. Anybody go to a club and they go, "Oh man, I can do that." They think they can do that shit, and then they
Right.
step on stage and they got to do 10 minutes, and it's like, oh damn. It's like but I think that's a testament to how good we are as comedians, that we make it look easy. That's the beautiful part of comedy. If someone's really good, like there's two parts of it. There's one point where if someone's really good, they make it look easy, and then you think, oh, I could do that. And then when someone's really good, like incredible, you look at that and you go, oh shit, I can't even come close to that. I can't even shake a stick at that shit, right? And that's how I feel sometimes. Like back in the day when I sat back and I watched Dave Chappelle, or I watch a Chris Rock special. The thing I love about Chris Rock has a quote for everything in life. There's no point. There's nothing that you can't talk about and not find a Chris Rock quote that's damn near classic to describe it.
There are a lot.
There's a lot of them. And I listen to that dude and I go, damn, this guy is next level, bro. Like, I don't know how. I'm like, I can't do that. Not on that level. Right. So there's another level of respect. But yeah, man, people love to disrespect stand-up. They're like, nah, I guess whatever. Oh
Oh,
yeah, this guy, he
especially
got a funny
online.
video.
Like the funniest is like so many times there'll be, and usually it's like TikTok, wherever, but especially if it's got like a liberal standpoint, political standpoint, people really come at you. But there's the classic it's not funny. But then like you're like, well, then why are people laughing? And like, well, wow,
Yeah.
they're just idiots, you know. I'm like, well, a room full of 200 people are laughing, but you sitting alone in your underwear in your fucking room, you know better than 200 people. Go fuck yourself.
Right. Right.
It's
Well,
just like
okay, so
ridiculous.
well, this is the other one. Hey man, we are not all the same. We are similar in ways. If you're lucky, you got 2 arms and 2 legs and hands and feet and all your fingers and toes and eyes and nose and a mouth and 2 ears. If you're lucky, right? But senses of humor, they vary just like everything else in life, man. That's why you have Nike and Adidas and Reebok and you know Under Armour, because people like different things. That's why you have different clothing brands. That's why you have different music and different artists. That's why you have jazz
Under
and
Armour
reggae and hip hop.
sucks.
Say what? Under Armour.
Under Armour sucks.
Yeah, I don't wear that shit. I don't wear that shit. I don't know. I don't own any of that shit. But point being, that's why you have all the different types of music, the different types of food, different types of clothing, right? Like art, because we're not a monolithic people. We don't all believe and feel the same things. We're not the same. So for one person to say that's not funny, I go, okay, fine, it's not funny to you. But considering I've been doing this for a very long time in a lot of different places, and I keep getting callbacks, and I keep showing up, and people keep showing up, it just means that it's funny to someone else. So don't take it so personally because it ain't funny to you. If it ain't funny to you, then fine. Don't like it.
That's
Don't
not
come
even the
to the
case.
show.
Mostly they're just trying to get likes.
Exactly.
That's
And that's
all it
why,
is.
look, and exactly. And that's why I say, whatever, if you don't like it, that's fine. You ain't got to like it. Just like it's for every guy out there listening right now, please hear me out. If a girl does not like you, I don't care how much you like her. If she don't like you, you ain't the one for her. So move on. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. Go find a girl that likes you. If someone don't like your sense of humor, they don't like how you smell, they don't like how you carry yourself, they don't like how you conduct business, cool. Move on. Take that as a blessing and say, thank you for letting me know. I
This
don't have to
sounds
waste my time.
sounds
Only
like coming from a lot of personal experience here, Reg.
yeah, yeah, I'm the guy that no one likes, right? So,
Was
nah,
something
man.
wrong with your smell, Reg?
No, my smell is legit. My smell is legit. But I'm just saying there are pheromones, man. There's natural essence that appeal to some people, don't appeal to others. I saw this thing. This is gonna be sad, but I saw this thing in New York where this young lady was catcalled by this guy, and she was a cute girl. She was probably 19, 20 or somewhere around there, and she wasn't receptive to his advances. She was like, "Nah, I'm cool, thank you," and kept it moving. Dude got mad. He got mad and he ended up killing her.
The
He
fuck?
lost his shit. He lost his shit
What, right
like
there?
right there on the street, bro. He stabbed her, and then when she got stabbed, her sister was around. And the sister came over and was like, "Hey, what you?" And he stabbed her, and ended up killing the other sister. I mean, killing the first girl. The sister who came over, she didn't die, but this dude was a 19-year-old young man, early 20s. Now, obviously, this is a situation where this person is completely unstable,
Was that what
right?
was this recently?
Yeah, this is recently in
Jesus.
New York. But the point being is that you got to be able to handle rejection, and everything ain't for everybody. Just because somebody don't like you, don't mean that you ain't likable. It just means they don't like you. I mean, hell, that's how it is, man. Just because a team doesn't recruit you, that just means that you don't fit what they do. There's another team that you can play for. Just because the school doesn't accept you, that just means that school ain't for you. There's another school that will accept you. I feel like we live in this world where everybody feel like they're entitled to everything all the time, but everything ain't for everybody all the time. So,
Right.
so if you don't like me, fine, because I have so many other people that do. That's why, as a comedian, it always blew my mind where it's like you said, there's 200 people in the room, and a lot of comics will focus on that one guy who's sitting there like this, who's not laughing, but who's upset. And I go,
Right.
damn, that dude. If I got 200 people in the room and I got one guy that's not laughing, I ain't worried about him. You know where my attention goes? My attention goes from the one guy who's not laughing to the 199 others that are. All right? Because that's how you stay sane. Instead of trying to worry about, what you can't control, worry about what you can. Right? I got 199 people that's on board. That's who I'm focusing on. I can control that shit. That one dude in the corner. Damn,
He go fuck himself.
There you go. It sounds said it best.
Oh. I accidentally hit pause.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say, so last week Anthony POORdain was a big hit, right? A lot of people liked it.
That
A
joint was
lot
funny.
my cousin Joey's like, that should be a new show. And then that's why I was like, man, that the video clip could have been so much more if we were able to, I don't know, record, post it differently. So anyway, I got a new app, dude. New app just now. I went this week. And
What? You did
an Anthony POORdain app, dude. I went and got some food in LA. That's pretty popular.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now I don't have any pictures of the food. I wasn't thinking of it at the time.
Sal,
but
come on,
it's pretty
that's the
easy.
beautiful part of it.
I got a picture of the place.
Okay, but that's the part of it. That's what we need. We need to see the food on paper plates.
I know.
Right? Like
I did it dirty.
You're like a poor man's Anthony Bourdain, Randy's Donuts.
So you know this, right?
I've heard of it. I've seen that donut. That's a very famous donut.
Where have you seen that donut? You know where you've seen that.
That's in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, Iron Man hanging out in front of it. Remember that?
An Iron Man hanging.
Yeah, and I think it's Iron Man, either one or two. One of them, he's like,
in the movie.
And he's like laying in front of it.
Oh, I don't remember the
all
movie.
these tourists and people are taking pictures with him in it.
Okay.
Constantly. Here, I was trying to find that picture. But so I was on that side of town, and let me see, Iron Man, Randy's Donuts. And so the one problem is it is a little it's a little bit how do you say, like, touristy, right, dude? There's tons of fucking people there.
Of course.
And no one, like, they're all from like Europe or some shit.
Right.
So that part kind of sucked. It was like waiting in line. And then see here, I'll show you those pictures. You can see him all over the place. See him up in the little in the hole. And then when he sees him, what's his name? So this is the second one. This is number 2, because that's when Scarlett Johansson's like his assistant, and this is when they finally reveal who she is.
Okay.
But
so you went to Randy's.
So yeah, so dude, they're awesome. They have the what they have is awesome. You can just do the regular raised donuts, and they're good size.
Okay, raised glaze. Let's get it.
Raised glaze.
Raised glaze.
You could do a raised frosted, raised whatever, and then you also have the cake donuts, which is good. I do the blueberry cake one.
That's my joint. That's my joint.
Yeah, that's just so good, right? And then that's not always my thing, but some people like those old fashioned ones where they're kind of,
Oh, I like the glazed old fashioned.
Yeah, they're all right. They're a little sweet. They're a little sweet.
Yeah, no doubt. But they're delicious.
They had one that would look like a 35 record or whatever. They had like a big one if you wanted something like that.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah. So, and the coffee was pretty damn good. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it's definitely, it was good on all ends. I liked it all. The only thing, I didn't like the ordering process. So I think go drive through, because I parked. And then I'm waiting, and all these tourists, and like there's only one group of family in front of me, right? So they put in their order at the window, and then the guy just walks away. And I'm like, what? And like he doesn't know. And it's like he goes and makes their fucking order, and you wait there for like 5-10 minutes until their order's done, and then he gives it to them. And then I had to go to the other window because no one says anything. If someone finally came to the other window, and I put in my order, But then again, they just walk away, and then everyone's like, what are we doing out here?
That's
And then
funny.
somebody will just
So
taking pictures like Iron Man was up there, so
right.
it's just
So
whatever.
customer service is lacking, is what you're saying.
It's definitely, I don't know. It's
Uh,
definitely worth it good, but I'd probably recommend the drive-through.
okay, so I just want to address this real quick because I don't think I've ever seen you describe anything like this, but you literally had your hands up and you said they're over here and they're over here.
Oh, it was for like where the people were?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
they come up
There's
to the
two different
window,
windows.
they said two different windows, and then they went over to the other
And they go,
window, and
oh,
then the
make
guy
it
left.
bye. Bye.
Like,
And I
what?
was just sitting there, and then the sun's like beating right down on the entrance, and it gets hot as fucking LA in the sun. You're like, where the fuck?
I was like, what's going on with Sal's hands and arms right now? Like he said they
That's
were
how
here,
we
and then they
talk.
did a thing. So
You
um
heard the old joke, did you see you ever see the mute Italian? He has no hands.
that's funny. All right, man. Well, I think that I mean, we probably can't call it Anthony POORdain, but maybe Sal POORdain, right? Uh,
Salvatore POORdain.
there you go, Salvatore POORdain. Where Anthony POORdain, I mean Anthony
Anthony
Bourdain.
POORdain's pretty funny though.
Anthony POORdain's pretty funny, but you're not Anthony though. That's not. It's just
Yeah, my brother was. Hey, Anthony's my middle name, confirmation name. I
Is
got
it
my
really?
yeah, so I never
Yeah,
had a
but
middle name. So then when I got confirmed in eighth grade, you pick your confirmation name, and I picked it off of after my brother Anthony. So then
okay.
everybody would put their four initials up, their first name, their middle name, their confirmation name, their last name. But I didn't
Okay.
have a middle name, so I just had three. So mine would just say SAC, and everybody in my class is laughing like, oh, look at
That's
Sack.
funny. Hold up, they didn't give you a middle name?
I wasn't born. Yeah, no, I was born without one because my old man didn't have one, so I wouldn't be officially a junior if I had a middle name. So,
Okay, okay. All right. Well, I still like I like Salvatore POORdain. Uh,
but
and I think
I
and I
like
think your
Anthony
thing should
Bourdain.
be, dives, like all the little spots that no one really goes to. The stuff
Um,
where, food is being served on paper
I'd be
plates
like
and
Triple D,
styrofoam.
dives, dives, and dives.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you need to Sal, it's where you're shopping on a budget. It's
Mm.
like it's
No,
like it's like
no,
food on a budget.
Randy's ain't no budget. It's good stuff.
No, I know,
It's
but
popular.
just for the most part, all these other little towns and cities you're in,
Oh, you'll find shit. That's true. And like you have not many options, so you got to go with what you get. So what I'm
exactly.
picking is the best of the best of those fusions. And what
Yeah,
I think
the best
we'll
of the
see.
worst,
What do we have
the
next?
best of
Next
the
is
worst.
dude, I'm
It's
going
like
to Fort Wayne next. So there's gonna be I don't think I
Fort
don't know
Wayne,
what
Texas. No,
Indiana.
oh, Indiana. Okay,
So I don't know what to expect there.
yeah, Fort Wayne. All right,
Potatoes,
well, I don't know, but I just know that
wheat.
I know the silverware will come in plastic with a napkin, and you gonna have to open it up, pull out your little
Thin
plastic.
napkin, thin ass
Yes, a
napkin.
thin napkin that you can't even really use, and it'll be in styrofoam and it'll be on a paper plate. And I can't wait to see what it looks like because your pictures are always um, great for what they are. I mean, I wouldn't put them up in a building, right? Like I wouldn't post them, but they're great for making,
I would have put them
making
up in
fun
a
of.
building.
Yeah, I wouldn't put them up in a building like
All
pictures of food. Um, but yeah, man, that's
right.
okay. I'm glad to hear that Anthony POORdain did well.
That was funny.
Yeah, man.
I came up with a funny joke.
You
It
did. You
happens
did.
sometimes.
I laid it down. I came up with the setup, and then you hit
Yeah,
the
it was a good
punchline.
back and forth. It was a good back and forth.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
um,
We got anything else, Rich? I don't even know how. I didn't start timing it, so I have no idea how long we've
yeah, I
been
don't
doing.
either.
I have to
I just
pee.
know I want to
Usually
talk
when I have
about
to pee,
TikTok.
that's about it.
Say what?
Usually when I have to pee, that's a good sign that we've done enough.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. I think the TikTok and what capitalism. I mean, I know we touched on the Diddy thing last week. I'm
Yeah,
kind of curious to see what's going to happen with that. He's kind of come out of the woodworks. He's not in hiding anymore. And there've been a couple people who've come to his defense, at least one guy. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out.
I don't know. He might be done so, but
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what really comes of it. Like I play this. They raided his houses and they took a bunch
what
of
does he
stuff.
do now anyway? He just produces everybody's albums?
Man, I don't know. He had Revolt TV,
Like
and
how
he's
do
got
he
his he's
makes
got
all
his
that
his
money anyway?
beverage. He's got his liquor, his Ciroc, right?
Ciroc, that's him. What is that?
S I
Vodka?
R C-O Ciroc, Siroc, Ciroc, I think it is. It's I don't know what kind of liquor it is. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is. But he has that, and he's got a catalog, man. This dude he's making money on money, right? So we'll see. He
Yeah, it's
hasn't
vodka.
vodka. He hasn't disappeared like Russell Simmons yet. Once he
I
once
told you
Russell
I met him right before he took off, right?
who Russell Simmons?
Yeah, so
No
what
way.
happened, I was hosting at a gala down here, a nonprofit, and he was presenting the award, and it was him and Usher, and it was at it was cool because it was at the Palladi, or no,
Ladies,
the place
no.
where Richard Pryor recorded Live on the Sunset Strip.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he's right there, and so we're there, and I'm like, I'm a comic. I don't give a fuck. I want to go talk to him. This is before I knew about the allegations,
Right,
of
right,
course.
right, right, right. Yeah, of
This is,
course.
he was a big part of the stand up at Def Jam, and they definitely,
Absolutely.
people they have their people next to them, and you're not
Yeah.
supposed to, but whatever. So I go up, and I had like a tux on and stuff. I look nice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
You
there
look
for the show, um, and so then so yeah, I go up to him, and Usher's right next to him, but I knew not to talk. I wasn't gonna have anything to say to Usher. I don't want to catch herpes. No,
oh boy.
just
Oh,
kidding.
is that true? That did come out some years ago.
Oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah, that's
Was
true.
that his ex-wife said that in trial or something? He gave me herpes. Like, oh shit. It's like, ugh. It's like, yuck. Yuck.
Oh,
Can we
dude.
can we get a sound effect for that? Herpes. Yuck. Like, ugh.
Oh, I
Like,
mean,
you got bumps on your booty, blisters on your booty. Yuck. Right? I'm gonna start saying that about anything. I'm gonna say that if you put a picture of some food that's supposed to look good, I'm like, yuck. Let's record that.
all right,
Yuck.
so oh yeah, so then I go up to him, and I was just like, I was like, hey Russell, I was like, I'm a comic, I'm a big fan, and I'm like, and this is so cool, like this stage, this is where Pryor did Live on the Sunset Strip, and he was like, oh yeah, man, and then that was pretty much it. But everyone was saying how he was kind of like standoffish and shit, and
Yeah.
because the rumor is he just got the word of the allegations, and then they just came
Mm.
out like a couple days later in the news, and then he was fucking out of the country after that.
He was gone. He didn't even try
He
to fight
was
back. This
gone,
dude was
dude.
like, oh, I got caught. I'm out. Hey man, the
Yeah,
funny
he
thing about
was
Russell
so
Simmons is
gone.
Russell Simmons created Def Jam, but I don't think that it was out of a love for stand-up comedy as much as just a business opportunity for him. Remember I met one of his partners, and I actually had a meeting with their group, Laugh Mob, or their management company, Bob Sumner. You remember that?
Okay.
So I did
Nah, kind of. I forgot that was him.
yeah, Bob Sumner was a co-producer with Russell Simmons for Def Jam. So
Okay.
some years ago when Def Jam was coming back and it was on HBO, right? It was like a new iteration of Def Jam. And Bob Sumner came to San Francisco for a Def Jam audition. Now, I'm not a Def Jam, quote unquote comic in that way, but I had material that I could finagle to make it Def Jammy. And I did my audition. And this was a huge compliment to me. I felt bad for the other comics at this point, but I did my set, and he was sitting at the center couch with the camera behind him, the whole thing. And after my set, I went over to the corner by the green room where we always stood it. And this dude comes over to me, and he's like, yo, man, that was great. He's like, that was great. I really loved that. And I go, oh, thank you, right? And I felt bad because I was like, oh, this dude's not watching the next comic, because I came off and they introduced the next dude who was doing his audition, and
Uh,
it's the guy that's supposed to be watching. And he's like, oh man, it was great. He goes, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. And this was basically like it was almost as if he was basically telling me that I had gotten Def Jam based off that set. Because he goes like this. He goes, man, your look is completely different. I was expecting something else. He goes, you're gonna be my dark horse. They're not gonna see you coming. He's like, they're not gonna see you coming because you look a certain way because of your size and you're handsome and tall and all this kind of stuff. And then you go into this material, and you're smart and you're funny. He goes, you're my dark horse. They're not gonna ever see you coming. I was like, okay, cool. like basically, I guess I just got Def Jam, right? Which was gonna be and that was when they were filming it in LA. So it's gonna be like another indoor. And I honestly, for that LA crowd, based on what I had seen of Def Jam and what I seen of the other comics, I would have killed that set, bro. Right? I would have killed that set. Because you know what that set was? That set was the man, you ain't black enough.
Oh,
Man,
right,
you did your
right,
whole
right,
set. You ain't say
right.
motherfucker one time. Oh, that's what makes me black. The word motherfucker. Not the fact that I walk outside and scare people. No, that ain't enough.
Mhm.
Now I gotta be like,
So
motherfuckers, motherfuckers. Right?
what happened then? You didn't get on it?
Well, no, what happened was uh probably a week and a half later, after that whole thing, after a week and a half later, uh HBO announced that they canceled Def Jam. They were not going to
Oh.
renew for another season. So I was like, all right, well, Def Jam's out. But shout out to Bob Sumner. I'm giving him credit for this because he reached out to me after that and was like, hey, look, so Def Jam is not gonna be renewed, but I still want to work with you. He was like, I want you to come down. He's like, come down and have a meeting. And so I went to LA and I had a meeting with him and a guy named Arthur Spivak. Man, it's crazy. I remember these names. And Arthur Spivak, if you look him up, he is a part of a bunch of other stuff too, right? Like he produced some other things. But they had a company, management company that's still around called Laugh Mob,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
LAFFMOB, right? And so I had that meeting with them, and the meeting went well. But ultimately, the thing that came from that meeting was they were like, "Hey, we want to work with you. We're willing to work with you, and we want to try to make this happen." And they were active, and I give them props for this too. They were basically like, "Look, we kind of cater to a certain type of comedy and comedians, right? Black comics." And they go, "But we don't put you in that category." They're like, "You would be the guy that we would try to you would be our mainstream guy because they're like based on your comedy and your style, we see you as an NBC."
Oh,
So
shit.
so while
Yeah.
they were like they admittedly were like, okay, the majority of our comics we're trying to cater to BET or TV1 or urban areas and shows and things of that nature. They were like, we see you as a mainstream guy. Like you will be our guy that we will push to
So what
like
happened
the
after that meeting?
basically what it came down to is they were like, so where are you based at? And I said, I live in Oakland. And they were like, okay, well, would you be
Nope.
willing to relocate? Right? They're like, would you be willing to relocate? And I said, well, I'd have to really think about it. And they said, and I give them props for this, man. They were very honest. They said, we've tried to do this before with talent that lived out of town or in Northern California or wherever else. And they go, it's just too difficult to manage because the opportunities that come up, those auditions, those happen, it's like you get a call that morning, you got an audition at 10
Right,
a.m. Right.
right,
And if you're in Oakland or in Northern California, that's not enough time for you to get here in time to do the thing. Right. So
right.
these opportunities exist, but you need to be in town to be able to take advantage of those opportunities. So they kind of left it up to me. They said, well, go home, think about it, look at what's going on with you. Um, and if it's something that you want to do, then reach out to us and let us know, and then we can go from there. But basically, it was like, if you want to relocate to Los Angeles, then we'd be willing to represent you, and this is what we have in mind for you. Um, Obviously, I didn't move to LA.
What year was
So,
that?
oh man, what year was this? This was, I mean, I guess we can look up and see when was Def Jam canceled.
Oh,
When
yeah, I
when was
guess
the
you're right.
yeah, when was Def Jam canceled? This is probably 2014,
Oh, that wasn't too long ago.
15, somewhere
Yeah, you
around
should
there.
have, dude. I was down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
April 2014.
okay, there you go, 2014. Uh, so yeah, man, obviously, and I give I respect all those dudes and I appreciate that opportunity. But I think too, if I got into LA, see, this is the other thing too, is that if I was in LA more often, Laugh Mob was not necessarily a great fit for me comedically as far as my personality, who I am. But I do think that it would have been a great start if I signed with them and then they actually managed me, helped me get the proper headshots, helped me get in some opportunities, and then they actively tried to push me into that mainstream
Yeah, that would have been helpful.
avenue to get me seen there. Because then I probably, just like people change managers all the time, I probably would have left Laugh Mob and gone to, a CAA, hopefully a CAA or with William Morris, one of the other bigger names
Right.
that already had those ties that could have got more Comedy Central stuff and then, more late night stuff, right? Like, and then that could have been a totally different thing. But hey man, whatever. You live and you learn. I have no regrets. I got no regrets, man. My story. I've been really fortunate, and I've had a lot of people endorse me in a lot of ways. And there are opportunities that I took and there are opportunities that I didn't take, and I got no regrets about any of them. Right.
There you go, buddy. There I am in my little tux with my cat Metro.
Oh, nice.
And there's this stage of the Palladium.
Look at a young Sal. Look at this dude.
I was only like 4 years ago.
I know. Well,
5
what
years
happened?
ago.
What's happened? No, you shaved. You're all clean.
Yeah, I'm all clean cut.
Dude, you look so Italian right now. You look so Sicilian right here. Those thick eyebrows.
I know that's the first thing the Vietnamese fam noticed. I told you that the grandma who was with my uncle, she first thing she saw me and she's like, "Oh, the eyebrows."
Oh,
it's just like
he had thick
just
eyebrows
like my
too?
oh yeah.
Okay.
And his son not as much as me, I guess, but his son looks like him more in the face.
My
But
eyebrows. You would think I plucked my eyebrows. My
yeah,
joint
you
come
look
in
like you just came from the fucking
from a
salon.
spa. Yeah,
All right,
from a
Reg,
salon.
close this out, dude. I gotta pee.
All right. Well, today's episode was very interesting and fun and all over the place. All over the place. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. For those of you who are listening and watching and tuning in, we love it. We're gonna keep doing it, man. This is it. It's fun. I thoroughly enjoy this. So I'll be back. Hopefully you will too. And if that's the case, if you are enjoying it and you do like it, then please like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. And if you have any comments, leave them. We like all the positive comments. Sal especially loves the negative ones.
I don't love them.
He don't love them, but he enjoys.
They happen.
Just be prepared. If you say
down.
something negative, Sal will be going in, and he relishes those moments.
Yourselves.
Yeah. So with that being said, that's Sal Kalani, and I'm Reggie Steele, and this is Spitballin. Peace.
Whoops. Stop.